Scott, of course, first question for you is, what does the Math Network mean to you?
Well, the Math Network, for me, you know, we have 200 plus educators meeting together to talk about curriculum and teaching and learning and the best practices. And for me, it gets the opportunity to not only meet with my colleagues from my district, but then I get a chance to meet with some former teachers that I've had, some teachers from our district that have moved on to different districts. We just get to collaborate and talk, and we're all in the same boat. We're all looking at what can we do best for our kids in teaching and learning, and how can we improve as an educator. I mean, there's not one educator that doesn't want to improve their craft.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, you refer to that big network, right? So everyone, like-minded people, mindset, and everyone just kind of comes together and shares ideas at the network too. So it embodies what a true network is supposed to be. Good. So what impacts might the Math Network have had on your students, you, and your building?
I think for me, the impact it's had is because I've been an educator for just my 26th overall year, and I would consider myself a traditional teacher from the start. And when you start in education, you kind of teach how you've been taught. And so 26 years ago, you were just taught on, you know, skill and drill, and you know, and now it's really about rich mathematical tasks, getting kids to thinking, getting kids to collaborate and talk with one another and share ideas and different approaches. And so, you know, for me, it's opened up my mind quite a bit, just in terms of just have to think math in a different way than what I've ever had to do that. And so it's challenging. It's interesting. It's exciting. It's fun for the kids. They've embraced it pretty well.
Yeah, those transitions are hard, right? You're essentially changing those beliefs of what you thought best quality math instruction is, and it's hard to reflect and shake those up, and then, in a sense, reconstruct those beliefs too.
Yeah, and you're just changing your math mindset. And you know, like last year when we did MichME, it was the Joe Bowler book that talked about math more mindsets, and you know, we're able to, you know, incorporate a lot of that within our classes now.
That's great. Yeah, and do you feel like there was any single moment or year or something that caused that dissonance, or something resonated with you where that change occurred, or was it more gradual for you, Scott?
You know, just like any educator, change is hard. You know, you're doing something that you're traditionally not very comfortable with, and I think for me, get an opportunity to work with you and the blended coaching model that we're doing with Cedar Springs High School and the KISD. I think just the questions you've asked throughout my videos and probing my mind and incorporating, hey, what do you think about this idea at this point in time, I think has really changed my mindset, and kind of helped me drive in that direction, you know.
Sure, yeah, when you have someone going through that journey with you authentically in your classroom, that's been powerful for you.
Yeah.
Good. How has the learning from the Math Network transferred into change in practice for you?
Well, I mean, being a true traditional teacher and now incorporating rich tasks weekly in my classroom, not daily, because there's times when you have to teach the kids, because you know, you might not be able to come up with rich tasks, but what I've found just in the last year, more so than before, is I really thought those rich tasks had to be really elaborate, and they don't have to be. They can just be a quick number talk. They can be just you know, wipe away all the fluff from the question and just, hey, get the kids to think of this and maybe in a different way. And so I think that's really helped my kids in my class, and it's really helped me, just in terms of, I can't think of the math just in one way. I got to think of it in multiple ways, because what are my kids going to come up with for that activity or task, and then be able to have an answer for them. So
that's interesting how you had this perception of these grandiose tasks and ideas, and it just seemed like an unsurmountable wall of how am I going to reach this point. But you're recognizing that really, if you just look at the core, the essence of what that task is, and removing the fluff, as you said, provides a lot more open thinking for students. So that's interesting. And lastly, what else might you feel is important for people to know about the Math Network?
I think what's important is that it really just gives us as educators an opportunity to listen to other educators, because we're all struggling with the same thing. We're all struggling to get to improve our teaching and learning within each district, and we're ultimately teaching the same curriculum. Every district is teaching the same curriculum, and so you can get some great ideas from other educators just by having some conversations. And being in education for as many years as I have, you get to know some teachers from neighboring districts in terms of math, and you create a good rapport and a good network with them, and you share ideas and things that went well in their classes and things that didn't go so well. And I think we learn more in education on what didn't go so well, but what can you do to improve it for the next time. And so I think that more than anything is important to know that we're all in the same boat. We're all doing the best we can. We're all working extremely hard, but we're not in it alone.
Mm-hmm. It's universal, right? Quality instruction is universal. Our students, they may have different needs, but we know there are certain aspects that are similar, and connecting to that collaborative effort of instruction is powerful.
Yeah, very powerful. It's an exciting new era in education in terms of math, and we as these Math Network students, so to speak, we get to learn from the ISD specialists like yourself and Russie Anderson and Andrew Smith, and every other expert that we have in the Grand Rapids area. So I think that's fantastic.
Thank you, but I feel like our job is to frame that work to happen collaboratively among the teachers, and that, as you emphasize, is the mindset, and that's the real value, is getting common thinking people, like-minded people together to do that collaboration has been impactful. So.
Yeah, but if the ISD and yourselves aren't there to facilitate this big MichME conference, so to speak, then it probably wouldn't happen. And it really takes a group effort to be able to do that and pull that together. It takes districts to make a commitment to send their teachers to that, and we've had a great opportunity to do that in the last couple of years. I think we send eight or nine teachers, and have the last couple of years, so it's been really beneficial.
Yeah, you're recognizing the value in it.
Mm-hmm.
The district is too. So.
Yeah.
Great. Anything else, Scott, or that you might have?
No, I mean, this is my second year doing it, and I hope to continue to do it. It's just been a fantastic opportunity for not only me personally, but my students, and as well as my teaching colleagues from here, and we really enjoy the district time that we have within the framework of that MichME, where we can meet and collaborate and talk about the different breakout sessions that we've had, as well as, hey, what are we going to bring back to our district 6/12 to our PLC meetings, and what do we want to do as a district? What are the main focuses and the highlights of things that we want to incorporate within our math curriculum?
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad you're finding that district time valuable too. We've heard that resonate in many different districts. So great. Thank you.